said that they don't got a future like that. It burns, so give him something worse to kill his head with. Make him forget somehow. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Sorries won't be enough this time. Yeah, he's calling all his friends to get some action and distract him right now. He's fine, got Lucy on the line, let's get this started. Where's the party tonight? I feel good, nothing weighs me down. I can't believe my luck right now. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Ooh, who needs a job to pay the rent? He's busy. Gotta feel free sometimes, right? What doesn't make you will only make you stronger if you believe what they say. Might be that another day she would have wished he stayed, but they're done. Red eyes while he said, don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
DeFi guys in the house. Hey, welcome to the show, man. We'll get started here in just a few minutes. Just got on here just a few minutes early, trying to get things set up here. That was my mic check, by the way.
Future like that, it hurts. So give him something worse to pass the time. Don't you wanna have fun? Fool around with someone. Don't you wanna have fun? Never mind my dumb heart, it needs a little kickstart. 'Cause don't you wanna have fun? Don't you wanna have some fun? Don't you wanna have some fun?
Let's check the monitors.
Don't you wanna have some fun?
Testing 1 2 1 2.
I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's bad. I can get you through this when it hurts and it's bad, yeah. Don't ever feel like you're all alone when it's
It's 11 p.m. here on the east side. Markets are looking nice and juicy and green, and if I hit the right button, you guys can see what I'm looking at. That was 6 buttons, but who's counting? Bitcoin Cash. Did you ever think that you would see that one become popular again? it always does. So I banged on that one. Very interesting the way that things are starting to play out. But there are a Fab Four now, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and Litecoin. They are the four horsemen. Javid's in the house. Hey, Javid, how's it going? So things are doing pretty good, man. So let's take a look. Kick it off with total 3, 4-hour chart. We're probably looking at this inverted head and shoulders that was coming at the bottom of a falling wedge pattern. If we zoom out a little bit further to the daily, you can see that again, which is actually, you know, part of an even bigger pattern. So patterns within patterns can give you insight as to how things play out as they go. And you can take advantage of some of those probabilities. Now, currently on the daily, since we're here, and it kind of governs more of what's to come, especially this weekend, which is usually a low liquidity. So it's going to be interesting. Are we going to get a pump over this weekend, or things are just going to go sideways? And everybody wait to see what happens next week. So stochastics, watch me stutter there. Stochastics are stuck at the top. Say that fast 3 times. Stochastics are stuck at the... Yeah, can't do it. So our push to the top is getting a little bit weak, so we might find rejection here at this area. We've got a support line there, or resistance area there. But in the process, getting up there, hey, that should be kind of fun. Also have to retest this 200 moving average on the 4-hour. But the moving averages are looking very promising that we've still got some more steam left in this move, right? So hopefully we can see some more gains out of altcoins, and hopefully some of them in our trades that, you know, we can take a profit. And for our bags that we're building, kind of opens up some chances to move things around, reposition yourself. And get ready for what is yet to come. So I want to take a look at just total market cap. This is everything with Bitcoin. Already hit one measured move, so we can go ahead and get rid of that guy. Got a next one up, so it'll take about another 4 trillion to get us there. It looks like that's where we're headed. This looks pretty good to me, actually. A little overheated. Got a trend line here. If I extend that out, kind of tells you where we're going to have a little hiccup. But we still have that measured move that's just right above it that we should hit. Overall, this is a bearish pattern. But it hasn't decided to fall through on the downside yet, so no need to fear yet. See, I'm not a fan of how that laid out. That looks more probable right there with the bear trap. Which means we're aiming at least for that top again. CD's in the house. Hey, how's it going, CD? What's up? Glad to have you guys here. So let's just get right on into Bitcoin. Take a look at it. To me, that looks beautiful. Loving it. Bouncing right up through that red cloud. Moving averages are just crossing really nice. And we are above the 200 on the daily, so it's officially bullish. See a nice rounding shape there, and also that nice rounding and crossovers that happen with the moving averages. And those crossovers were very, very important there. Misa Laika. So more upside for Bitcoin. I want to zoom out a little bit, go back to the weekly. So weekly, let's check this out. I'm going to stretch this out so we can actually see this. Stochastics and everything came down. Didn't even really come down to bottom territory. We had the money flow, which is going to the upside. VWAP's that little yellow triangle right there where this headed to the upside. But we got a green dot here. Momentum has flipped going to the upside. So it was coming down from a big mountain, right? Didn't even get to come to the downside. It flipped before we got to the bottom. That was a strong counter reaction. Right here, right around the 200 weekly moving average. So we hit it like a steel wall, bounced off like a rubber ball. And it ought to be fun for a little while. So mostly for my investment strategies, which the majority of my portfolio is in long-term holds, and a small portion is what I use for trading, which I do trade. Swing trade mostly, and some day trading too. Day trading is just kind of tedious and time consuming. But Bitcoin and the whole market cap looks like we're getting a big infusion here, right in the middle of this big red cloud, facing some resistance here. So we will probably get rejected at this 100 moving average over here. But we should get a nice bump up to there, and then probably a little bit sideways. Who will track that over the next few months as that comes to play out? Looking on the 3-day though, look how bullish this is starting to look. Just getting set up for everything to cross over the 200. Sitting over this cloud, which is just nice and spindly. All this is kind of signaling that we're really getting ready to get set up for a nice move to the upside. And that would be for Bitcoin and the rest of the market. And total 2 does look like this inverted head and shoulders is starting to play out. And afterwards, when we come back up to the neckline, which I need to adjust on this one for the 3-day chart, things could really, really take off for altcoins at that point. We're also keeping a close eye on Bitcoin dominance, because as it goes up, our altcoins don't do as well. Most of the money is starting to go into Bitcoin. So at some point, for our stories to collaborate here between what we've just seen on our previous charts, we got to hit a brick wall with this Bitcoin dominance. Now, I do have a number up here, 57. But the pain that we will experience with some of these altcoins on the way there may not be that fun. As Bitcoin will be outperforming every alt out there, just about. There may be a few outliers. As all the world money starts fumbling into Bitcoin, is the scene that's starting to play out before us. That's the narrative that's coming into play, and the indicators say, hey, that's no lie. There's something big getting ready to set up and happen here. And I think on our last stream, I had entered a short and took a few minutes live on stream to close those positions. However, I didn't catch them all. So luckily it's low leverage. Bitcoin keeps going up during the stream, man. I may have to stop and take care of that. How is everyone doing tonight? How are your bags looking? Are your bags packed and full? Are you ready to go? Because that's the situation that I was aiming for and hope that I'm in at the moment. And do you have any good trades going on? I got a few spot margins that are coming along really nice. Nothing really big. Well, a couple of futures over on MexC, but they are small trades. And then my regular Road Dog account on KuCoin, those are the ones, the shorts, that I'm going to have to start taking a real close look at. I don't want it to do damage. So lesson learned, don't open too dang many trades at one time where you can't keep up with it amidst of everything else that goes on. Sometimes you have to relearn these lessons. Bitcoin. Really just hanging out at the moment, and we're just kind of curious how it's going to do. Now, 4 hours looking like we could get a little bit of downside here. MACD is wanting to come down a little bit. Stochastics are definitely overbought there. So I do expect a pullback. Kind of an odd formation at the moment. So we broke out of this flag, which could be a bull flag, playing out like it really may be a bull flag that could take us up to this area about 34,000. But now that we've got another top there, we start playing around a little bit with what kind of trend lines we have. And at the moment, this does look a little flat. But you could also very well do that. And actually, I would, since that's where the majority of the touches are, I think I would go with that. Now, that's actually a little bit bearish there. So price is going up and our indicators are coming down just a little bit. So that is some bearish divergence there. And a point of resistance that we are out, because if we zoom back out, you see we're right at the same top that we were at before. And so we're going to struggle with this. Now, the probabilities of us doing it on the second time, well, I mean, there's a much bigger shot, but a lot of times we see that happen maybe on the third try. So if we were to get rejected here and come back and kind of regroup and get ready for another attack on that wall, you know, that would be normal. And the weekend might be a good time for that to happen. With low liquidity, it could be a time when bigger money comes in and maybe suddenly drives prices down, just to try to scare the retail. But overall, things are looking very, very strong here on most of the time frames. Actually, let me get to a little bit of a cleaner chart. See that? Not much cleaner. We got the same zone on this one. We'll zoom out and we'll see all the different ideas and how they worked. Back up into the resistance area there, which a lot of people see this as a shorting opportunity. So we've got that going on too. CD chilling in a low leverage short. Both my shorts got taken out last night. Had to turn them around and long it, watching the short like a hawk. Yeah, I had to do one. I had to do them midstream, but I did miss some. So I'm having to keep an eye on them. Playing against the trend. I don't want to do that. So let's clean up this stuff. That's a projection if we were to break down. Did not look pretty. But we flipped off this key support area. Man, we flipped good off that area too. Right off that neckline. And then broke out of this falling channel. And really we're kind of in target area, right? So this is, you know, your typical area to kind of go sideways or maybe possibly even trend change. So do see that we are topped out. So we're definitely looking at a pullback, I believe, but nothing major. So probably a pullback to a 382 Fibonacci is just my guess. Because it looks like we've already tapped on the 236. So 28,950. If we can do that, I can just ease right out of that short. Maybe even make a little bit. Trying to figure out how I want to mark this. I think I'll just do a little line right there. So coming right back to just 29, possible. And that would still be healthy. And let's just come to the 4 hour, and the setup we're in now could very well lead to that. And now currently it's finding support here on this trend line, so we just got to watch it. And it could totally find support here, looking at the way these moving averages are crossing. Because we got another big one getting set up for a big cross here. However, the other indicators are tired, so even though they are tired, the moving averages are strong. Price is still above the 9. That's a sign of strength. That's a sign of no worries. So looks like it's going to be red light, green light on Market Cipher, playing around up through here, because it wants to do something. It's still got some energy left in it. The 45-minute time frame is looking good. It's ready to go. So it looks like we're getting prepped for a move now. It does. I think the last move started last night around this time on the stream too. So got a breakout, just don't have a whole lot of volume there with it. Some, but not enough, but kind of ranging on the moving averages. So it's going to be kind of a lackluster breakout, but it's slowly starting to gain some ground, looks like. So it was last week we talked about, I think it was last week, maybe earlier this week, we talked about Serum. Which that's the 1 hour chart. Now which chart did I had? I know I had this chart. It's probably KuCoin, or that one was KuCoin. Binance maybe. Nope. Let's go over to the list, and maybe I've got it over here. Well, somebody needs to fire that list maker because they didn't put it over here. All right, Serum. Just going to stick with KuCoin here. moving averages are looking beautiful on Serum. It's scary because it made a lower low, but it got down here and the brakes just got put on it. And then it was all ready to rock. All this volume came in. This one's on Solana, of all places. And we're currently at our resistance area. And it's got to break through this. And the crazy thing is, it looks like it has got the strength and has got the setup to actually do it. And that's coming in at about 12 cents. So Serum is one that was also on a an AI pick to be a possible 100x coin. So I want to take just a quick look at Serum. Because if there's a 100xer out there, I want to know about it. And I want you guys to know about it too. And this 100xer has a maximum supply of 10 billion. So the promising thing that it has going for is that it has a market cap of 42 million. Circulating supply is 372. Total supply at the moment is just 1 billion, 1.1 billion. But they're going to keep cranking these babies out eventually. Now, the best I remember, and it's been a while since I actually looked at this one, they were doing something with security tokens, I thought. No, it's an exchange. But this is one that SBF was, or Alameda Research was behind. So I see other dexes there that are powered by Serum. So clearly you're not going to tell me easily what you are. So I'm looking for a cheat sheet for the live anyway. A decentralized exchange. Okay, an exchange providing high-speed, low transaction costs for decentralized finance. Okay, so I'm not so taken by the tokenomics I'm seeing, but that is one that is predicted to do well, and you got to admit that's a nice pump. And so in a trade, I was lucky enough to catch that before this big takeoff. And now, $0.33, 41 cents. Those are great places to shoot for. Part of a much bigger pattern that we've actually got a breakout from, and this volume is, that's supporting that. So this is going to be a bigger breakout, in my opinion. Very curious how well that this one does. And that's a conservative move that I just took there, and that would take it up to 29 cents for just your basic standard run-of-the-mill measured move. Now, even for people that would FOMO in now, which I do not think it is time to buy this at all, that could be 144% return. which is not bad. It does look like it's flagging out on the 4 hour, just right above it. 4 hour, I'm going to tell you, the moving averages look amazing. It's getting primed. So I was looking for maybe a retest, and this may be it on the 1 hour to retest that trend line. And it looks like it will. So coming down to about 10.5 cents. Very, very likely, very, very probable. Maybe get lucky to come down to around 9.5 cents, but that would be breaking that trend line a little bit, showing some weakness, pulling us into this cloud and other things. But it looks like maybe get lucky to 10.5 cents there, because it does appear to be flagging out on the 1 hour. So I think this one is setting itself up for a bigger move to come. One measure move on this would take us all the way up to about 19.5 cents. And FOMOing in right now at that price. If this plays out, about a 70% return. Getting down here at the trend line, about 10.5 cents, we give you about a 87% return. Something moved there. But it is showing some signs of tiredness here. And it's lost the 9, it's lost the 21 on the moving average. This is on the 1 hour, so more of a shorter term time frame. It's got the money flow in the green, so that's going in this favor. Some of these indicators are tired, so a small drop, best we can hope for. But it could be a stubborn one, and it could just decide to just take off at any time. So you would really have to look on the smaller time frames, like the 15-minute, to see that. I think you're trying to do that right now, man. That little sneaky. You know, you got to keep an eye on Sarah, man. He's sneaky. He's trying to go out through the front door while he pays our attention to the back door. Look at that. Look at that candle. Look at that wick. 15-minute. So chances are this may be as low as it gets. And it did head up to 15 cents today. So, or recently. I'm going to say today. I think it is. And that's about 23% pull down. Getting ready to do something. Just double checking some of these higher time frames. Some of them are looking a little tired. The money flows in the green, though. That's got to keep an eye on that. There's a lot of good signs that it's got a lot of energy left. Just wanted to put on the radar. Looks like it may be doing something right now. But to be on the safe side, you would wait for a breakout of the trend line and then a retest of it, and then that would be your buy signal. But if you're a degen like me and a lot of other people, you do what you do. And hopefully it works in your favor, and if it doesn't, then we slap ourselves on the wrist and say that we won't do it again, knowing full well that when the time is right, we're going to face that temptation. So Serum is on the hot list there. Also taking a look at Chainlink, which I swear is just one of the most boring coins to hold on to. At least in my experience. And it looks like we're going to use Binance to take a look at Chainlink. Start out here on the daily, which looks, look at that. Look at that. We all should be happy, man. I mean, I know we all lost, if we were in something and we were in with this drop and everything, that we probably saw our backs come down and we're feeling kind of low about it. But if you're able to put in some here or get in on some trades while these things were down here and get yourself set up, you guys should be pretty happy. Because it was looking like a very real possibility that altcoins were going to get a swift kick. But instead, we got a bounce at a critical key level, and we've got a chance to go up for a little bit. And I think when you look at this on the smaller time frames, even coming down to the 4 hour, it's cause to celebrate because we are above the 200 moving average. I just switched my whole playlist right there. Moving averages are looking really, really strong here on Chainlink though. So it looks like we are going to stick here around the $6 and then start moving up. The music threw me off, man. So this is very much like a bump and run pattern right here. Kind of looks like a frying pan. And they're good enough to get you where it started, which means, you know, we can hope to see Chainlink up to 678. And then hopefully that will kick or keep. These support levels will hold, and then we can look at a much bigger move. And it gets us back up to around 750 on up through those areas. So things are looking good for Chainlink. If you look at this in a Wyckoff distribution model, where we have a channel and our up thrust and all that, I don't think you have to get all technical into the terms. It's not so much a pattern that you'd play out like you would a triangle or something like that. It's more of a series of events and how they play out. But there's one down thrust that we call a spring. And it didn't even make it down to my major catch a knife target down there, 451. So to me, that indicates a sign of strength. But the Wyckoff accumulation, we will get a spring, and that's it. After that, it's basically bullish. It's just fighting its way back up to the top of the pattern, and then flagging out above it. So there will be a point of last point of support. There's cannot remember all the individual terms off the top of my head at the moment, but that's basically what we can expect it to do. So that would be cool for Chainlink, going with the Wyckoff accumulation play. However, I'm keeping a close eye on these moving averages. Now, it's cool that the 100 is over the 200, but man, they were just laying right on top of each other. They're like those two kids in the back of the bus on the band trip. They're right there. Can't separate them. But the other ones are got a nice turnaround, nice angles to them and everything. It look like it's got enough strength to push us up to at least there. So going back to the target area, about 670, somewhere right through there to the top of this bump and run. Got one of those frogs in my throat. And he's a rebeat. He's a French frog. So wave's got a bounce up. Nice. Okay, that's one that we were looking at just recently too. looking nice, looking like it's going to get a bounce up around here to $2. And from where it is now up to that area, 25% return. And a lot further it could go if we want to speculate. Total speculation here, but it's making a very nice double bottom pattern, and it could take it a while for it to solidify and get confirmed and everything. So we're talking about a couple of months that it could take to do that. But after the breakouts and all that, and the moving averages start turning around and whatnot, maybe kind of like an Adam and Eve, but either way, they all kind of work the same there. Put that at the neckline, and that would give us another target right around $5.23 out of waves, which for anyone buying when it's right around anywhere from 130 up to 150, that's a 236% return, with yet still a chance to go higher. But those are some pretty good ranges to play with. So I like waves, and it is known to go up because it fell way down like altcoins do. Most altcoins fall down around 90%, some even to 95 to 98%. And waves is in that category because it got trampled like it always does, but then it always comes back. $97, 98% right through there. So just throwing that out there for you guys. For you midterm holders, long-term holders, investors. Nice rounding out of this shape. Slow process. May take us a while, but when we come around and we start getting into our altcoin seasons, this little guy will take off. Checking out ASTR. It's not Astra, it's ASTR. It was requested from last night, just taking a look at it. It's like it found support here at this bottom. I know very little about this, but it looked like it had a use case. So I have to do some deep diving on this. This is a support resistance flip that I'm drawing in now. So that will be the next area of resistance that it's got to get past. About just a little shy of 5.5 cents. Now, if you could have caught this bottom about 3.6 cents up to now, it's a 30% return. Up to the top of that range would be a 46% return. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Any profit is good profit. Got a breakout without volume. So kind of dilly-dally here. You know, we do have these areas over here that we're finding resistance at just right at 5 cents. So bulls got to come in and push this price up just a little bit, as the indicators are getting a little tired. So on the smaller time frames, look like it's wanting to pull back just a little bit, but look at that. The moving averages say that it's got some steam though. Money flow is in the green, and has reclaimed the 200 moving average with a vengeance here. The moving averages look beautiful. Ichimoku cloud looks beautiful. Just got a little bit of bearish divergence playing out here, so should be expecting a little bit of a correction coming down, at least retest the 200, right, and the 21. about 4.5 cents, but it's riding high on that 9 right now, man. It got a nice bump of get up and go juice. Got a nice infusion there. So it looks like it's trying to do something, yo. Same thing holds true with this one. If it can do a double bottom scenario, and it may take it a while to play this out. And it may be able to come up to 5, 6, 7 cents while it ranges through here. But if this one were to do that double bottom scenario, very real possibility coming up to about 18 cents. That would be the measure move from that, and it's been a lot higher before. It's close to a 300% return. Maybe one to kind of put it on your radar. It does look like it is in more of like accumulation. We did see a lot of accumulation over here. And maybe a good play out of that too. I mean, I'm on the 3-day here, and a lot of the indicators are looking like they want to do something good, but stochastics are a little bit topped out, so that's going to take a little bit away from that push that you need to make a real gains past 6 cents. But promising, and it seems like it had a promising use case. I just have to deep dive into that one just a little bit more. Taking a look at Naka again, that was another one that we've been watching. It's a hard one to catch. Hard one to catch. And I'm pretty sure that I put this here probably after price went up, hoping that would be, or the bargain area. I'm not sure. I cannot remember. There's a video on it that would have it. If not, then it looked like it at least dipped in there for a little bit. I know I did pick up some, but I couldn't get these crazy. I couldn't get the really good. I think it seems what it did dip back into it, and I just couldn't catch a real good bag at those prices. Mine came in about 29, so top of the trend line, and not the best place to buy, but it looked like it'd get ready to do something, and it did. So Naka coming up here to double top territory, but it needs to break above 38 cents. All three of those targets got hit perfectly. The little magic fib targets that I like to use. Now we got to figure out what it's going to do next. Have to blow that up for a minute though. Just to document, I guess, because I thought about taking a picture, but I'm thinking, well, where am I going to store that? And then I'll forget about it. That's how my brain works. Out of sight, out of mind. Man, that looks nice. So I do expect a pullback from this one. We did reach those targets. Let's go ahead and clear that out, and we'll look for some pullback prices. Maybe could find a good place to add to their bags, because I'm for doing that. So clean up this chart just a little bit there. That's still a good buy zone. I don't think we'll see it again though anytime soon. So a pullback down here got 65% chance to pull back to either the breakout price or down to the trend line, right in the same area. So that's 29 cents, 29.3 cents. So we definitely want to keep our eye on that area, just right at 30 cents. So getting this at 30 cents on a retest could be a great deal. And that comes in perfectly with our 382 Fibonacci until I moved it and messed it up. Just right on it. So there's a chance we may get a bounce here at 33, just a little under 33 and a half cents, which would be great for another sign to the upside, like a stronger move to the upside if that happens. But more than likely, I mean, well, I can't really say more than likely. Our other hope is for it to come down to the 382, which is quite normal, and also retest this area over here to the left, support and resistance area. 31 cents, 30.3 is what we got on the Fibonacci there. That would be great too. And as long as we don't break this trend line, we should be A-okay. So that's down to 29 and a half cents. And as long as we keep that trend line intact, just erased it there. And that is on the outskirts of it. I would actually put it tighter, and it lines up with that 21 moving average. It's ready to take off. Break out of a ascending triangle or descending triangle. And the measure move for this, one of them, if you take the whole length right here, would take it up to 68 cents. So coming from a 30 cent area up to there, gives about 126% return. I'm cool with that. A few other targets along the way there at 44, 47, and 51 for anyone that's actually out there trading this. Want to take profit? There you go. With the 1618 coming in at 51 and a half cents. And from the breakouts, 30, that's about 40%, 54%, and 68% return. Tastes good, tastes good. I'm telling you, it's got a nice rounding shape there. It looks like we are getting ready for maybe some parabolic activity, maybe starting a little stair step up. So Naka looks like he's got a bright future just by the charts alone. Very, very nice. Even with potential to come up to $1.08 to $1.20. So just want to put on your radar out there. OPUL is a music NFT kind of play that's on the Algorand network. And this is one that I find very interesting. Is right now it's in the buy zone. And coming down to, it may even come down further to this point. Well, it's the 6.5 cents there. It's another one that I'm accumulating for long term. I think this one can actually make some big gains. Music NFTs, I think are going to gain a lot of ground here in this bull market. And with the setup that they got, how they're doing that is where you get raffles. You can stake your opal, get raffle tickets, then you can get those raffle tickets, and that will enable you to buy kind of the NFT that represents a portion of the artist's royalties. So the artist is taking out a loan, and then when they pay that loan back, you know, everything is done, completed. But while they got the loan out, you're getting paid on that portion of the royalties, whatever those NFTs relate. You have to go visit the website and read all the details, but really cool concept. And there definitely is a need for that. So I do foresee that, and a lot of artists This is active. This is not in planning stages. This is actually going on. Platform's already up and running. It's a good avenue for artists. Things are changing in the music industry. It's getting rid of the middlemen, getting more decentralized, and for real. Record labels are starting to become a thing of the past because they abused their power, and people eventually got tired of it. Because they can cripple a musician. They can get you under contract, and then you prohibit you from doing your music. Dirty. But anyway, Opulus is one that I have been slowly accumulating and staking it away. Not a huge bag, but I'm cool with it. Because if this thing has the potential, I think it could possibly go up maybe $40, maybe $80. And it being around 10 cents, under 10 cents, it's just one to check out. Do your own research. Make up your own mind. You a grown-ass man. You can do your own research. You don't need me. You don't need to go what I say, whatever YouTubers say. No, you do your own. You're a grown-ass man. This music's putting me in a trance. Taking a look at Phantom. Wake up! Ha. Psych. Phantom's trying to get up here to the 200 moving average, man. On the 6 hour, it already crossed it on the 4 hour. 4 hours getting ready. Those moving averages are crossing like crazy. Did you just rewind to the very beginning? Looking really bullish for Phantom, man. It's one of those that I'm saying, I wish I'd bought more. Had a bag of it before, made it a moon bag, so that was cool. Got a moon bag of this already. But the plan was, to take the rest of it and try to do it again, and I got sidetracked and didn't get to take advantage of some of these really, really juicy prices down here. A little, but not enough to, but not bad. So things are looking, man, 4 hour looks great. Let's take a look at our indicators, and they look fine too. Stochastic's getting removed to the upside. MACD looks good, man. Wanted to go bearish and then said, no, sight, fooled ya. Flipped and did a 180, went the other way. And if we take a close look, now, let me go ahead and get this out of the way. This measure move comes from a bear flag, which apparently that's what it is, and it's going to take us up to 34 cents. Doing that alone from wherever we are now, got about another 7% coming. Nice little move, all that, right? But the bigger thing that to look at is this. If you see what's going on here, this trend line going straight there. Bull trap, came back into it, psyched everybody out. Looks bad. Pop back to the upside. We just broke out of a bearish pattern. This often leads to parabolic action, and the moving averages on the 4 hour kind of agree with that. Phantom's getting ready to take off. So if you don't have your bags packed with Phantom, 30 cents is not a bad place. I'm just saying. There may or may not be a retest, because I'm telling you, it's getting ready to take a move. It's getting ready to do something big. It's getting ready to do something so big. I'm just going to go borrow some money right now. Or I don't have to. I can do it right on the margin. And cool. My debt ratio is awesome now. But I don't want to abuse that. I'm actually gonna get $250 worth of Phantom right now. And I'm gonna check the 15-minute. And man, the 15-minute has got legs too. I mean, we're doing basically a retest of a flag on the 15-minute. 31,547. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here. If I can get to the right screen there. So I want a chance to moonbag this. We know it can go up to 64 cents. That's where it came down from. We'd head right back there. That's no big deal. That's moonbag territory, man. That'll give me about 785 Phantom. And then when we get there, 62 cents, 64 cents. Moonbag that baby. And then I got more free Phantom to hold on and wait. Hopefully it reaches $3. So this part of the market cycle right now, man, this is the part that I've been waiting for. December in that area, that was the first one. December, early January. And then now on this revisit. So soak it up in dollars. Don't spend your Bitcoin. All right, guys, it is now midnight. Went over several coins tonight, several that we talked here on the stream before. If you guys took advantage of them, hey, congratulations. They're popping, and there's a few that are showing signs that they're getting ready to pop too. Phantom is one of them. Appreciate you hanging out with me, CD. And Bitcoin getting ready to go up, man. I'll take one last look at Bitcoin, man. I hate to just kind of leave without looking at Bitcoin. I can't find my mouse. There we are. Bitcoin has come down just a little bit, hasn't it? It's 30,007. Hasn't come down that much. 15-minute chart. Well, it's just an ugly, ugly pattern. That looks much, much better. So broke out of a falling wedge, a very steep one, so those don't get as much traction as the more shallow ones do. It's going to range out through here. I don't see anything that says that it's just getting ready to bomb, except here on the 4 hour with that red dot and those indicators being a little bit tired, but we got money flow in the green. So a pull back in these areas. I mean, actually, I need it to come down to these areas here about 30,000, but it may not. It looks like it's got some strength. It's above the 9 on the 1 hour. And after that steep breakout. So nothing amazing I don't see, but nothing terrible just quite yet. Just probably some more sideways and then a little bit more up. All right, guys, I appreciate you for hanging out. And until next time, man, you guys seriously are in crypto at the best time. And just remember, You got this, baby.
For those of you out there that hit that like button, I just want to say thank you. Thank you very much.